Hello, everybody. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. My name is Big Bill. How are y'all doing today? As I'm doing good, as I hope you all had a wonderful week. And I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful weekend. As happy Easter to all of you. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend as today is April 18th, 2025. It's Friday. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you guys are watching from. As today's a special video for you guys. Taking a break from hauling and doing a load with this truck right here. As you guys can see, this is the Peterbilt 379 from John Ruda um, that I use. You guys have seen multiple videos, multiple silent trips. You guys have asked for it. Well, some of you have messaged me, some of you have asked, and we're gonna do it today. So sit back, relax. I'm going to show off this beautiful Peterbilt 389 glider mod or truck mod for you guys. That way, you guys are interested in getting this mod. There will be a link down. Excuse me. There will be a link down below in the description. There will be a link to John Ruda's main website, and then there will be a link to the Peterbilt 389 glider truck mod that is on his website. That link takes you right to the truck. The main link, which leads to the main website, you can check out all of his other mods are all on there. Um, so yeah, before we continue, I just want to send my thoughts and prayers out to everyone down in Florida, um, down in I believe the University of Florida State. Just want to send my thoughts and prayers out to everyone down there, to all the loved ones, family members, and friends. Um, so I just want to send my thoughts and prayers out. Um, so yeah. So, but good morning, good evening, or good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you guys are watching from. I did say that earlier. So my apologies. Um, so yeah. All right. So this is my Peterbilt 379 that I run. A couple of you guys have actually asked about the vehicle diagnosis. Here you guys go. Our mileage is at 9,896 miles. Um, this is a glider. It's a 6x4 chassis. Obviously, this is the Peterbilt 379/378. It is a 63-inch high roof sleeper. Steering wheel is left-hand drive. Engine power, 600 horsepower. Engine torque is 2,050 foot-pounds of torque. Gearbox is 18-speed with retarder. Um, It should say Eaton, but I don't know why, or maybe I'm wrong. It might not be Eaton, but fuel tank, 299 gallons between that fuel tank and the other fuel tank on the other side, and yeah. But instead of doing it on here, hang on for one moment. Let's just come over here. So, um, instead of showing off on that profile, my career profile, I made another profile to show off this truck mod. Um, that John Ruda has made. Fabulous truck mod. This is the Peterbilt 389 glider that you get when you guys start off the game. When you guys put all your mods, like if you guys start off the game and you guys put your mods in, like your truck mods and all that, you can actually add. You actually, when you add this truck, it'll come up to the start option. There'll be three different trucks. It'll be a 389 glider, which this one is the 389X, and I believe the 379. Um, but yeah, you can click it. That way, it can be your first truck. You can check it out and all that. Another question I do get asked, yes, this truck does pop up in the quick jobs. It pops up mainly for the 389. Like here's one. And it also pops up mainly as the 379. I have not seen the 389X yet, but here you go. Here's a 379. Here's another one. Um, and they do pop up very often. Um, Actually, they do pop off more often than I thought, actually. Quick jobs or the special transport jobs, they will also pop up for them as well. Um, so I just want to give you guys a run on that. And then when you guys first start out, I don't know if we can, yeah, we can't do the vehicle diagnosis because this ain't our truck. But let's on, let's head on over here to the Truck Explorer, and there you see, there it is, Peterbilt 389 Glider. Now with this video, I'm going to be showing you all the chassis options, all the sleeper options, all the engine options, transmission options, and I will be showing you guys the other trucks in this mod pack. So we have the Peterbilt 389 Glider. We also have the Peterbilt 379, and then we also have the Peterbilt 389X. Not gonna lie, when I got this one, or I got this truck mod a few years ago. I think it was like maybe I've had this truck now. I had this mod now for what, maybe 2 years now. Every update is just spectacular. Like John Ruda and his team do a fantastic job. Excuse me for one moment. There we go. I do apologize about if you heard any noise. I had to adjust my headset. So let's do the 389 glider here. So sleepers. Now I just want to make this known. If you see this other number, 388, yes, you can transform this truck into a 388, and I will show you that here momentarily. But for the 389, here's all your sleepers. You have a day cab, 36-inch flat top, 48-inch flat top, 63-inch, 60, yeah, 63-inch flat top, 72-inch, and a 72-inch high roof. I might be saying that might be 72 feet. No, 72-inch high roof. That is for the 389. You come down here to the 379. Same thing, 378, and I will clarify that once we get there. For this truck, day cab, 36-inch flat top, 48-inch flat top, 63-inch flat top, and then the 63-inch high roof. Um, Me personally, I do like the flat top and the high roof. I do like the other ones, but I'm a bigger sleeper guy. And then we come down here to the Peterbilt 389X. Same option, pretty much the for the regular 389. If you guys don't know, this truck here is the last Peterbilt that their last Peterbilt 389 before they came out with the 589 that is replacing the 389. All right, so let's figure out how you can get a 389 to a 388. Here's the difference right here. So here's your chassis for a 389, regular 6x4. Boom, there's a 388. If you guys don't know Peterbilt, if you guys don't know trucking, here is the difference. Here's a 388 hood. Here's a 389 hood. That's why they called long hood, because it's a little bit longer than a 388. So, but uh, with the chassis options on the regular 389 glider, here's a 388 short, 389 short, regular 388 chassis 6x4. I think I missed one. Nope, I'm good. Here's your regular 389 chassis 6x4. And then you get over here to the fun stuff. You get a long frame 388, a long frame 389, 388 8 by 4, a 380, 389, 8x4. I know I'm gonna be messing these numbers up, so I do apologize. That's why I'm trying to take my time here. I don't want to make this video too long. Um, 388, 8x4 long frame. Same thing with the 389. Here's a 388, 8x6 long frame with 389, 8x6 long frame, and that is it for the 389. Come over here to the 379. Same thing with 379 and 378. So here's a regular 379. Here's a 378. That is the difference. Everything else is still the same. Same sleeper right here. Ready? Boom. Same sleeper. That is the only difference between the 379 and the 378 is the hood. But for the chassis for the 379, you have the 6x4 for the 378, a short 379 6x4, and then here's your regular 6x4 chassis for both the 378 and the 379. And then coming down here to the long frame 378 and a long frame 379. I forget the wheelbase. I should have wrote that down. I forget. Some of you guys did ask me what the wheelbase is for some of the long frames. I don't remember off the top of my head. Maybe if you go to a service station with my truck, we'll take a look at it. So 378 chassis 8x4, and then a 379 chassis 8x4. 8x4 long frame for the 378, and an 8x4 long frame for the 379. 8x6 long frame for the 378, and excuse me, same thing for the 379. So that is mainly sleeper and chassis. Same thing with this truck. Just go off the 389 if you want. I don't think the three. Oh, it does. Okay, so the 388 does come over here. I know some of you have asked me that before. Here you go. Here's a 389. That's the long frame. So engines. Now, none of the engine mods that I use in my career profile are in this. It's just all what you get with John Ruda. Caterpillar, Packard, Cummins, Detroit, you name it, it's all in here. Um, Cummins, this is to make it a little bit easier. We have the Cummins 444 series, N14, M11, X15, um, N14 Select, um, X15 Efficiency, ISX, ISX12, or ISX15. There we go. So, performance and the signature for the ISX signature and the X15 performance. There you go. Let's do Packard. Packard motors. You get the MX13, and that's it. It ranges. Well, actually, he did have it in order here before, but it was, I think, the lowest is 405 up to a 510 for the Packard MX13. They sound pretty good. I believe these are all Creechy Bomb. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. See Detroit. For Detroit diesel, you have the Series 60, 455, all the way up to 585. I think this one is in the quick jobs, or it might be one of the Caterpillar motors. But all these engines you see here, they go with the other trucks as well. And then last but not least, let's go with Caterpillar. C15s, 3406E, 3408, C15, C15, King of the Hill. Yeah, we don't have our motor ain't in here, but there you guys go. It ranges from, looks like a 435 all the way up to a 625, but or 700. There you go. That's all the Caterpillar motors. I don't think I missed any. Just double check. And like I said, you come down here to 379, same motors. Now there might be a different. Now there might be a couple of them that I didn't show, like the 8 valve or the 12 valve. Um, there might be a couple of them in there that I did not get to show, or that I did not show right there. So, and you come down here to your 389X, same thing. Go all the way up. Come on, go all the way down. Same mods, or same engines. Sorry. Transmissions, they're all the same. Trust me when I say this. 6-speed transmission all the way up to an 18-speed transmission, with the option of retarder and not retarder. So you have the 6-speed transmission retarder, 6-speed, 10-speed, 10-speed with retarder, 13-speed, 13-speed retarder, 18-speed, and 18-speed with retarder. Come over here to the 379. Same thing. 389X. Same thing. So, interior. Now, I'm not going to try to show off all the interiors, but here is what you guys can get from over here on the 389 glider. Standard gray. You can get the new interior, or the new thing for Peterbilt, which is this digital screen. You can also go gray full gauge. And when they say by full gauge, you can see right here, there's a GPS here. Here there isn't. It's all the gauges for the truck. That's what I typically like. So you can also go full screen, or yeah, full gauge with this screen too. And if you are running an automatic, there you go. And or E10, or I guess that was Allison and E10. But here you guys go. Here's a full gauge with that one, with the Allison, and we get down here to brown. Now, I'm not going to go over to the 389X because these interiors are pretty much the same thing. Here we go. We get down to the one I like the most, which is the black. This is kind of my favorite, this one right here, just because I like the full gauge. So, show all this off real quick. And then we'll go over to the 379, which that right there is where it's different. So what I mean by different, let's go down here to Peterbilt 379, interior. This is all you get right here for the 379. High blue, high brown. Here we go. There's your blue, high brown, high green, high gray, and high red. The reason it says high red is because of how the sleeper. I think if we go to the flat top, yeah, that's the only difference. Is the flat top. So, and just to confirm before I get asked, yeah. Except the biggest difference is this is the newer truck. This is the newer 389. Yeah. So, paint jobs. Every skin color, you get a whole bunch of different skins. Awesome skins. Very cool looking skins. That reminds me of Georgia Tech a little bit. The University of Georgia Tech. Go through all these real quick. Same thing with the 379 to 389X. Different skins you can choose from. All right. Nice. Oop, long haul trucking. Nice. And you can, uh, before I also forget, if you have your own template or like you want to create your own skin, you can do that with this truck. You just gotta go mess around with it. Obviously, we can do a whole bunch. You can pretty much play around with that. So you can pretty much play with that to your heart desires. Come down here to the 379. Oh, here we go. I think these are all, yeah, these are all pretty much the same, I think. There might be a couple different ones, but yeah, these are all pretty much the same. There might be a few different ones. You just have to check them all out. Um, but yeah, now the customizations. So here you go. Some of them are all minor, some of them are major, some of them, well, when I say major, some of them you can actually really change the look of your truck. Um, so not all of them are major. Like we'll step inside here a little bit, but like just to prove to you guys the customization. Here's the 379, pretty much the same thing. You can do a whole bunch of customization with these trucks. 389X. So, um, pretty much the stuff you click on here, they're pretty much on the other two trucks as well. Like the grills here. Um, you can mess around a little bit. Headlights, you can change the headlights out. It's something different, old school, new style, whole bunch of stuff. Bumpers, moose bumper if you want. Um, custom flat top, custom flat paint. I mean, you name it, you can pretty much do anything with these trucks. Um, but yeah, now, do I want to sit here and customize my own truck in front of you guys? No, not really, because I am very picky about how everything is. But this is just giving you guys an idea of what all you can do. Um, one of my favorite ones is the fuel tanks, especially over here on the Peterbilt 389 Glider. You can actually set it up differently. You can have just a 54-inch tank. Um, you can have it with def. You don't have to have it with def like down here. Fuel tanks, they're pretty much the same side. Um, you know, there's so much you can do here that you can change it up if you want. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, you know. So now the tires and rims, John Reduce provide Goodyear 285 75 R24 and a half Goodyears. And back here, obviously the Michelin and the Goodyear trucks that you get with the SCS trucks work with this truck. But here's your two Goodyear options. Um, 285 65 R24 and a half. Goodyear 285 75 R24 and a half. You can see the difference here between the two tires. Yep. So take your pick. But yeah, interior wise, I know everyone loves this because you can change that if you want. Um, this also has the SISL Mega Pack off the same workshop. All these trucks are compatible with that. Like, there you go. If you want to do that, nameplate. Um, you can add a couple more GPSs if you don't. Let's say you don't want to use that GPS, you can just put the multimedia on. There you go. You can do that. Um, move the stuff around a little bit if you want. Up here, you can add a CB. Well, actually, hey man. Oh, there it is. CB. You can change this to up here to be painted. What else? Change that a little bit. Change the seats if you want. Or add stuff to the seats. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There you go. Legacy black. You know, it all depends on what you want. And it really does. It really all depends on what customizations you want. You can add stuff back here, um, stuff over here, stuff there, more cabinets. So another thing this truck is capable of, the the steering wheel pack. There's the one I run with my truck to match the color on the outside. Um, like I said, if you guys do get this truck, I'm not showing off every customization, but you, you can pretty much do wherever you want and build the Peterbilt of your dreams with this truck. Um, I know people who run Pizzlers. I know people who run Doms. Um, me personally, I just got Pizzlers as well. I tried his truck out. Nice truck. Very nice truck actually. So, but yeah. So, but like I said, you can change the frame color like I do. I actually did get asked this question a while back. There we go. Yes, you can run his trucks with the connections in the back, just like you can run certain trailers. Trying to think of some trailers. I know Bart's trailers do. I think Ruta's trailers do. Um, yeah, pretty much hook it back here, make it look like it's California, because that's what a lot of them guys do out there. Not everybody, but I know some owner operators do. So go over here real quick. Here's the interior, the stuff you can do over here on this truck. I mean, you guys have seen my truck before. Um, mess with the tax if you want. You can do whatever you want over here. Make that painted like mine over there. Make the dashboard painted. You know, so same thing over here. The 389X. I mean, the customization. Like for me personally, okay, 389X. I'm not a big deaf guy. Boom. There you go. A lot of you guys have actually asked me, would I switch to this truck? I would, but the thing that gets me is that thing. I'm sorry, but if we're doing this truck, where is it? Where is my favorite one? I just saw you two. That's what bugs me. There you go. Black full gauge. That way I can customize this truck, to what I would want. So, But yeah, I mean, you just have to explore a little bit. This mod I recommend. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Um, I've had no problems with this truck mod at all. I've been using this truck mod. Ooh, it's been a while, actually, to tell you the truth. It's actually been a while. I mean, I think the first truck I got from John Ruda was his W900L Highway Killer, which I do plan on doing the same thing with this. Show that truck off for you guys as well. Um, Gosh, how long have I been running this truck mod? It's been a while. It's a long time. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just sitting here thinking about it. I mean, maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half. I don't know. I have to go back and look. But like I said, I've never had any problems with any of his mods, none of his trailer mods that he has, none of his other trucks. Um, my recent purchase was the Coronado for Euro Truck Simulator 2. I might bring that over to ATS. I mean, you just gotta check him out. Go over there to his website, check his stuff out. Check out all of his trucks. Wonderful trucks, by the way. So, but with that being said, I am timing myself. I don't want to make this video super, super long for you guys. I just want to show off what can you do with this truck, like all the customizations, like what all can you do, and hopefully, and I will go back here real quick before I leave. Look at all that. Y- y- Different exhaust beacons up here. You can get rid of the spoilers if you want. You can cover the windows. I mean, you would have to get this truck to build it the way you want it. So, you know, and it's the little things in life, like if you really want that, or there. This is my favorite one. That is my favorite. Just want to get rid of that. You hide the air tanks, and this comes down a little bit. Like, oh, I just love that. Like, unfortunately, you can paint the tank if you want. There you go. Paint custom. It comes all the way out here to the fairing. Both sides of the truck. So down there you can add the tank filler panel. That's the one I've been running on the truck, and then you go down here, put some LED lights on it. You can also add an auxiliary power unit to this truck because there's none here on this one. There you go. I think, yeah, on mine I had, yeah, yeah, both of them actually. So, so yeah. But like I said, I didn't want to make this video too long for you guys. I just wanted to show you guys all the different chassis, all the different engines, all the different transmissions. Um, you pretty much get 5 trucks in one mod. You get a Peterbilt 389, 388, 378, 379, and then the Peterbilt 389X. I mean, you know, I'm not out here selling it. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just showing it off because this is a great mod. I haven't had any problems with it. I have not had any problems with John Rita's mods at all. Um, so yeah, but with that being said, this is where I'm going to end it. Um, I just feel like I've been talking way too much about this truck, and I love this truck mod. I can't say that enough. I can't stop saying that. Like, I know a couple of people who do play this game. If I talk to them on a daily basis, like, dude, go get it, check it out. Like, you don't have to get the mod. Just go to his website, check out all of his mods. I mean, just I recommend John Ritter's mods. Now, I do recommend some other mods that I will be doing here later down the road. Give me your suggestion. what should I do? Should I do some trailers? Should I do some more trucks? Let me know. I do plan on doing some of other Rita's trucks. Um, so yeah. But with that being said, I'm gonna get off here. I feel like I've been talking way too much to you guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Happy Easter to all of you. Um, thank you all for all the love on here. I believe we're at like 822 subscribers. Thank you all very much. And I will see you all next time. All right. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Happy Easter once again. Once again, thank you for all the love. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.